Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now, TSA staffing shortages are leading to headaches across some of America's busiest airports, and lines again are only expected to get longer. NBC's Tom Costello has more on the chaotic situation evolving at our nation's airports.
For a lot of travelers this week, the longest part of the trip isn't the flight. It's waiting in those long, slow-moving TSA lines.
Get up and get here early.
At Houston's Hobby Airport, those lines have been snaking out the main terminal, down to the baggage claim, and all the way out to the parking garage. The airport is warning TSA wait times could be 3 hours or more.
We tried to allow a little more than 3 hours to get here.
I've been waiting in line for about 2 hours now.
Got nothing else to do but wait.
The same story at MSY in New Orleans.
Wait? It's long.
And at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport in Atlanta. The TSA's funding expired 3 weeks ago after lawmakers failed to reach an agreement on ICE protocols, triggering a partial Homeland Security shutdown. The White House released a statement blaming Democrats for the shutdown and airport staffing shortages.
Does it feel like your industry and the people who work in it right now are the political pawns in this showdown?
Oh, yeah. Every time there's a political battle over whatever the issue might be, they keep coming back to the airlines and, more importantly, the American traveler to kick around, to have some sort of leverage.
During the last government shutdown last fall, TSA officers missed 3 paychecks, then waited a full month for their back pay. This time they've already missed half a paycheck, and this week they'll miss another with no end in sight.
Almost every single TSA officer lives paycheck to paycheck. We are here to serve the American people. We just ask that the elected officials in Congress do their job so we can do ours.
Despite the travel hiccups, many passengers say they're keeping their eyes on the prize.
At the end of the day, we're going on vacation, so, you just focus on the positive.
And again, that was Tom Costello reporting. We now want to turn to news out of Kinston, where a man from, I believe, South Carolina was pulled over during a traffic stop and ended up behind bars for drug charges. Police stopped 28-year-old Ryan Penny on East King Street yesterday. During the stop, police say they found methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia. Penny was arrested and charged with possession of methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia. He's also facing traffic violations. Now, Penny was booked in the Lenoir County Jail under a $3,000 bond. And now for a look at your forecast. It's been a sunny day so far. We're going to see maybe a little bit of cloud cover try to filter overhead overnight tonight. But more importantly, tonight, air temperatures are going to be staying in the 60s, low 60s, but that's kind of our average high for this time of year. So dropping our air temperatures down to our average high at our coolest really speaks to just how warm we have been so far this week. It has been toasty, and it's only going to get warmer by tomorrow afternoon. Currently looking at air temperatures in the low to mid 80s. We've got 83 degrees right now in New Bern along the News River, southwesterly wind at about 10 miles an hour. Here's a look at temperatures across the board. Currently Hatteras showing up 65 degrees. That is certainly the coolest spot on the map by about 5 degrees. Beaufort next up at 70 degrees. We've got 73 in Manio, 74 in Oriental, and then as you head further westward, things just get warmer. 84 degrees right now in Greenville, 82 in Jacksonville, Washington, along with Kinston, 83 in New Bern and Goldsboro, 80 degrees in Williamston and Plymouth. We've got 81 in Kenansville and Rocky Mount. We've got the upper 70s, a little bit closer to the North Carolina-Virginia line. Roanoke Rapids, as well as Ahoskie and Elizabeth City, all coming in at 79 degrees. Edenton right now at 78. Winds are out of the southwest are doing a pretty good job of not only keeping the air temperatures elevated, but your humidity as well. Dew points right now reading in the low 60s, and that is going to again help keep air temperatures from falling too low later on this evening. Now, as we make our way through the rest of the afternoon, again, anticipate mostly sunny skies. Breeze out of the south should come in at about 4 to 8 miles an hour. We'll see a little bit of a stronger breeze coming up for tomorrow, though. Tomorrow's air temps cruising on up there into the I'd say the upper 70s by the time we get to around lunchtime, if not the low 80s, because at 1 p.m. we're at 81 degrees, 84 by 2, 87 between 4 and 5 p.m. tomorrow. It is again going to be a very toasty stretch, but tomorrow is the last day of the warm weather. We will see it return, but we will see a cold front come in on Thursday. There you can see that front back towards Texas and Oklahoma, even extending into Kansas. That front, thankfully, does not look like it will provide us with a great opportunity for severe storms, but it will provide us with plentiful raindrops. Rain showers are going to be stretching across eastern North Carolina for your Thursday afternoon to Thursday evening. And I happen tomorrow, coming up on Thursday, and it is going to spell an end to the 80-degree stretch of weather. Well, the best news is severe weather right now doesn't look likely. This front is going to get too stretched out over the mountains, and that is good news for us. We could use the raindrops. We just need those drops to come in an orderly fashion, and that's exactly what we're looking at as we make our way through your Thursday afternoon to Thursday evening. Now, for those of you watching north of the Albemarle Sound, Elizabeth City, Edenton, talking to you guys, may end up seeing a few snowflakes come down as that whole system moves out into the Atlantic. Now, air temperatures at that time are going to be well above freezing, but upper level air temperatures well below it. So we'll get kind of a snow event that then automatically melts on whenever those snowflakes actually touch the ground or even touch any raindrops. It may not actually make it all the way to the ground, but it's certainly something fun to possibly stick your head out of the door and check on. See if you, again, can see some snowflakes coming down by the tail end of your Thursday. Again, that is for those of you watching certainly north of Highway 64, but most likely I would say north of the Albemarle Sound. Now, Friday and Saturday, slowly rebounding. 62 degrees Friday, 71 on Saturday, upper 70s by Sunday. And then we've got another cool down plan for Monday. 60% chance of rain rolls in, a few lightning strikes, maybe a few thunderstorms out there, but notice the temperature drop. 72 degrees on Monday, turns to 48 on Tuesday. We may be talking about another freeze coming up by the time we get to next Tuesday night. That's all we have time for today's 2 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday. We'll see you back here in just a little bit.